I'd like to hear people's stories of coincidence or synchronicity, because I don't believe in coincidence or accidents. To me, when an apparent coincidence happening, that is some sort of sign from above. You're meant to pause for thought and wonder if something has arranged this circumstance to happen. And I'm remembering a whole series of synchronicities back in 1976. Every day something strange would happen. And there was one particular day, it was round about midnight, and I'm trying to call a friend, and I get a cross line, because you used to get cross lines in those days. Ooh. And I've already had a few cross-line experiences coming up to this point, and a conversation is just starting. An English girl and an American guy, and I'm listening to the conversation, and he's just flown in from America. A mutual friend has given him this girl's telephone number, and he's trying to get a date with her. And I really like her voice, I like her sense of humour, and I decide I'm going to carry on listening to this conversation. And at some point I'm going to interrupt, because he's not doing very well, he's not getting a date.
And did you?
I think I'm supposed to get a date with this girl. And the conversation goes on and on. It must have been about half an hour. And she's telling him all about her life, and he's telling her all about his life. And I'm taking in all this information, and I'm really falling in love with this girl.
Oh.
And the conversation is about to come to an end, and I make a noise on the phone.
What noise?
Just pressing the dial to let them know someone is there, but I'm too late. She's put the phone down.
I hope you weren't heavy breathing.
No. She's put the phone down, and I end up saying a few words to him. And
what did you say?
I don't know. I can't remember. But
what did he say?
I can't remember that either. But I'm really aggravated that I didn't interrupt earlier and get to speak.
So
to
you
this
never
girl.
you never heard from her again, obviously.
No, I'm going to continue the story.
Oh, stop it! Go on, quick.
The next morning...
No, not the next morning.
The next morning, I've got a date to meet somebody in the coffee shop in the Hilton Hotel in Park
like a proper
Lane.
date, like a romantic date.
Not a romantic date, a business date.
Oh, okay.
And I've got an appointment to meet someone there midday. I get there about quarter of an hour early.
Yeah.
The coffee bar is crowded. There's only one table free. I go to sit at this table. On the next table, there are two pretty girls holding a conversation. And one of the girls is the voice on the phone.
No!
And I introduce myself, and I pretend to be a clairvoyant, because I've got all this information about her that I've heard on the conversation.
She must have thought you really were a prophet.
I freak her out totally, and it's only when her friend wants me to demonstrate my clairvoyant powers on her that I have to tell the truth. And,
you told her in the coffee shop that you were listening to her conversation with the man?
Yeah.
And what did she say?
It freaked her out as well.
I bet.
We did date a couple of times.
Oh, you did?
But it wasn't a love affair. But what were the odds on that.
That is a real coincidence.
That sequence of events.
No, it's just the oddest thing ever.
Yeah, so that's my...
So you want to know from other listeners what their coincidences are?
Yeah, there's stories of coincidence, stories of synchronicity.
Well, listen, George, it's always good to talk to you. I love it. George the Rat, the radioactive prophet. Actually was a prophet there. And coincidences, the time he fell in love with a girl.